Well, good morning and welcome to Tuesday in the Truth. I'm Pastor Dan Spracker, Calvary Baptist Church in Dayton, Tennessee. This morning I was remembering some verses out of 2 Peter chapter 1, verses 13 and 14, where Peter was reminding those that he was speaking to of the temporary nature of this life. Yea, I think it meet, as long as I am in this tabernacle, to stir you up by putting you in remembrance, knowing that shortly I must put off this, my tabernacle, even as our Lord Jesus Christ has showed me. Notice his use of the word tabernacle. He didn't say mansion. He didn't say castle. He didn't say palace. He didn't even say home. He said tabernacle. This was a tent. This is a fragile and temporary accommodation. Such is the life in which we live. This body of flesh that we are in now is our tabernacle, our earthly tabernacle. And it is fragile and it is temporary. And we are to be reminded of that so that we can be resolved today to do our best to use the life that God has given us to bear eternal fruit for him. We're not promised tomorrow. James 4:14 says, whereas you know not what shall be on the morrow. For what is your life? It is even a vapor that appeareth for a little time and vanisheth away. How are we investing our vapor? It is a sobering thought, and it needs to be asked each and every day to recommit our lives to what God's wanting us to do, his best for us. Notice also in 2 Peter chapter 1, it seems that when Peter said he was to put off something, it seems that there is something that remains. And yes, there is. It is his soul. It is appointed unto man once to die. But then what remains is your soul. Your soul lives on. I would ask now, have you made provision for your soul? Have you made accommodation for your soul? You cannot wait until after you die to bargain with God. Today is the day of salvation. Today is a day of mercy and grace. Today the door is open and Jesus is calling us to himself. If you want to make provision for your soul today, then respond to God in his calling to your heart. You could do all that you can to try to put it off and wait. But it's a treacherous game that you're playing. Do not wait till your last breath. Call out to God today. 2 Corinthians 6:2 says, now is the accepted time. Behold, now is the day of salvation. When we put off our earthly tabernacle as God's children, we then put on something very special. Isaiah 61 and verse 10 says, I will greatly rejoice in the Lord. My soul shall be joyful in my God. For he hath clothed me with the garments of salvation, and he hath covered me with the robe of righteousness. Are you covered in salvation and in the robes of righteousness? The Bible tells us that Jesus has gone and prepared a place for us, that where he is, we may be also. Yes, this life is temporary. It's but a vapor, fragile. But God has prepared something far greater for us. Jesus says, in my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you, I go to prepare a place for you. And 2 Corinthians 5:1 says, for we know that if our earthly house of this tabernacle were dissolved, we have a building of God, an house not made with hands, eternal in the heavens. What a reminder for us this morning. I hope it's an encouragement to you. Yes, this life is fragile. Yes, it is temporary. But God has something far grander for those that trust and love him and that have been covered in his salvation and clothed with the robes of his righteousness.